Welcome back, everybody, to Rob's MetalWorks. Yes, we are finally jumping into our second interview of 2026. Thank God, because we were getting fucking antsy, and we are so pleased to debut a band here on the program that we've been following for quite some time. And yes, with their brand new record, they are fucking ready to be here on Rob's and for me to share them with the familia all around the world. Brings me great pleasure to welcome San Antonio faith-based metalers, the band called Becoming Sons. Welcome, guys. Yeah. Oh man. What a great time we're having tonight, huh? It's so great to meet you guys finally, and to talk about all the wonderful things that seem to be happening for Becoming Sons. Now, guys, always keep in mind that, yes, we love Texas metal, but there are people all around the world who watch our show. So let's not take that for granted, and let's share deeply with these people about who you are, because I think not only are you guys a heavy band out of our city, but have so much to say and share. And I've learned so much about each of you tonight here this evening. So we have Marcus and Brian and Roger Stack, the founder of the band, here tonight. So obviously we have to start at the beginning, and I want to do that with you guys because I've never interviewed you before. So let's first talk about the formation of Becoming Sons. How did that happen? What was the vision, Roger, for Becoming Sons?
Well, actually, that started back in, I believe it was 2016. I found my walk with Christ, and like the music that I was listening to, it was started by me and a brother at church. We were like, just kind of found each other because we're working in the sound room. And then it eventually evolved into something heavier. And it just kept on growing and growing through different lineup changes and whatnot.
But were you always a metal fan? Were you into heavy music?
Back in the day. And like, I mean, I grew up like, it's kind of funny because God rest her soul, but my mom was trying to get me into Stryper back in the day when I was growing up. But instead, I was into Slayer. So... Yeah, it was
tell her mom,
funny.
Slayer's not evil.
Yeah. So, I've been to so many concerts. Exodus, you've got that back there. That was like my first concert.
Cool.
Metallica we got our vehicle towed from the Denny's because we parked it across from the convention center.
Wow.
Or the Hemisphere, back when the day.
Yeah,
when that was, But yeah, I was always a metalhead. And when I changed my walk and everything, and I found Christianity. There's a station called K-Love, and I'm like, this can't be everything that it is. And then I found another band that was kind of like my gateway to Christian metal, and that was a band called Demon Hunter. And
I know about them.
After that, it was like, you know what? We can do this, because I was in secular bands back in the day.
For sure.
Playing the local scene and everything.
And well, Stryper was also a band that was considered a metal band doing Christian stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So they had already kind of started that kind of movement,
sure
right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Stryper later. And I remember earlier this week, Marcus said, Rob, you know about Stryper, right? And I'm like, dude, I think I was jamming a Stryper before you were born, bro. But yeah, okay, so that's cool. So you started the band.
Yes.
And when you started the band, what was the vision? What did you want to do with the band? What did you want to accomplish with the band?
I just wanted to play the same venues that we used to play when I was in my original band around San Antonio called Stimple. We played Bonds. We played the whole local scene. Of course, a lot of those venues aren't even around anymore. It's kind of sad. But because San Antonio, growing up, it's the metal capital of the world.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. And... there's some bands, and this is something that I've realized when I talk to secular bands, is that some of them are very adamant about sharing their message through their music, kind of like ministry.
Right.
And then there's some bands who are Christian bands, but yet they're not so adamant about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't like As I Lay Dying a metalcore band? Like, weren't they kind of Christian in the beginning?
Yeah, in the
right?
beginning.
In the beginning, right? Yeah, right. And then they kind of moved away from that as far as like the messaging and the visual of their band. But that's not to say that they still weren't practicing Christians, right?
Yeah, correct.
The old saying is, are you a Christian in a band or are you a Christian band?
There you go.
And that's, we play with everybody. But back to what you were asking is Roger had his vision, and then it was kind of funny because he contacted me. He thought I was living back down in Florida still.
Yeah.
And I was like right around the corner.
And
So,
how did you know him?
Roger and I grew up. We played together when Roger was in high school. We played in rock bands back in the 80s.
And what high school was that?
He was at
Taft High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Side. All right, I like it.
So Roger called me up, and the next thing I know, he goes, I hate to tell you this, but we need a bass player, not a guitar player.
Right.
So I'm actually kind of both. And so I said, let's do it. And went in, and then as Roger stated, the music kind of progressively got heavier and heavier, and to where we're at today.
So they're like I think like Roger said, there's been some evolution. We were talking downstairs, some people have come and gone, right? We've talked about, and some of those people are still involved in our scene.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But when I think about that, and some of the people that you mentioned, I like, oh yeah, I know that dude. But Becoming Sons not only was a launching pad for some of these guys who were playing in bands in our city, continuing to do so, but yet, like, Becoming Sons is becoming even bigger and stronger.
Thank you.
That's like so cool to me. You know, I've always been one of those people in my personal life and in my professional life, and like, people don't like change. But I always have thought about like, change is an opportunity. Change is an opportunity for bigger and better, because you never know, right? And
It's life.
it's life,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, and now, because I know like you guys used to have a different singer who did the cleans, and now you got Marcus in, who's doing cleans and and guitars and stuff. So it seems now like Becoming Sons is in a really good place with a really good lineup.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, we have to talk about, because a lot of what you do encompasses a message. We have to talk about the name. What is Becoming Sons? Where did that come from?
It's actually out of a scripture that Brian's wearing right there, Romans 8,
Right.
verses 12 through 14.
Okay.
It's basically talking about, in life, what the Bible describes as flesh is like worldly stuff. So what Romans 8, 12 through 14 says basically is put your flesh to death and walk in the Spirit. And the bottom on the New King James Version says, if you do these things, you'll become sons of God. So that's where the name came from, Becoming Sons.
Becoming Sons of
Yeah.
God. Wow. That's pretty powerful.
It's pretty, yeah.
That's pretty powerful when you think about, if and some people, I hate to say this, some people don't have the capacity to think that deep, and
That's
don't
right.
want or don't want
Don't
to.
want to, right?
But I have my own beliefs, and I do believe in the spirit,
Amen.
and that our bodies are flesh, and so our spirit and soul will continue to live forever. But yeah, man, that's cool. That's very cool, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. Tonight we're going to talk about your new record.
Awesome.
And but before we get there, I know that in 24 you guys released a couple of singles that made it onto the record, Awakened and Dead Church, right?
Right.
And those singles came out in 24. Nobody knew about the new record yet. Are there any? There's some music that was recorded before 24, right? Some recorded music that was out before 24.
Yes.
The actual album that Roger was talking about, we put out an EP called Flesh to Death.
Okay.
So that followed along with the name for Becoming Sons.
And how was that an EP or what?
Yes, that was.
How
the
many
EP.
songs did that have?
I think we had what, 9?
Wow.
8.
That's like
Yeah,
like a full length record almost. Is that still available?
Yes, it's available online, and we've had some issues where they have pulled some of the songs off. We're on all the formats, Spotify, Apple iTunes, and all that.
Bandcamp?
Yes, Bandcamp. Couple songs. So that music's still available. I mean, what we had was kind of
When did Flesh to Death come out?
2018.
Oh, okay, yeah. You guys still like, because I know, like me, like and like all artists, whether you're a musician or a journalist, like you look at old stuff, and you're like,
Kind of cringe, yeah. Well, we always we don't want to play this anymore. We want
Right.
to keep moving on. But we get requests for songs. One of the wild songs on there, we took an old hymn and we metalized an old church hymn
yeah.
called "Nothing But the Blood."
So going back to the 2024 recordings of Awakened and Dead Church, are those recordings the exact recordings that made it onto the new record, or are they different? Those older recordings.
So the recordings of Awakened and Dead Church, those are on the same ones that are on the record. But what we did for the record is we had our producer Fernando Limas at FL Recordings.
Yeah.
We had him. We were like, hey, we're recording these newer songs for a new release.
Right.
Can you remaster them? Can you give them like a
because
upgrade?
they're gonna be part of the EP.
Yes. And just for sound quality purposes to make sure that everything flows nice and right. And he was able to do that. And so now, even though those songs have already been out, the versions that you're going to hear on the record are way better than the ones that were released as singles.
So I know you guys were telling me that you also recorded with Lima. So who recorded the initial Awakened and Dead Church stuff?
It was still Fernando.
Oh, it was still Limas.
Yes.
Okay, so he knew about it. He was like, that
was our introduction to him.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's good, man. And I know that you guys also had another single in 2020 called Illuminate.
Oh, yes.
That did very well for you guys, right?
Yes.
That was a surprise.
I haven't heard that song, and I tried to look for it today online, and I couldn't find it. So, Marcus, please make a mental note and send me an MP3 of that song.
Yes, sir.
You have it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah, send it to me. Because I know that song was highly acclaimed. It was on, it made the charts on Christian Music Weekly radio, number 1 for several weeks.
For like 16 straight weeks.
16 weeks, bro?
Yeah. It blew up.
And that was a song. That was actually a song the producer that we had talked about earlier, done with Clifton Miles.
Yeah.
So that was a song that he had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. And that's great to see that you guys had already in the kind of secular circles, the secular mediums were getting recognized already as a band that was like legit and doing good stuff. That's great, man. And I know that you guys have a really strong fan base, right? Is it safe to say that your fan base stems from that secular arena, or is it a mixture of people who just love heavy stuff, or is it more in that kind of capacity?
I would say it's about 50-50.
Okay. Okay.
I would say we definitely are a band for the secular crowd, and as well as, the Christian crowd, because our Christian audience, 9 times out of 10, they're usually already believers. So if they're already believers, then what we're doing at that point is basically just encouraging them in their walk with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to like the secular crowd, we feel like we're planting the seeds for people to hear the message by the heavy metal music. So like every show we'll play, I'll say on the mic, like, we love Jesus. That's what Becoming Sons is all about. And we're here to share his love with all of you through heavy metal music, because there's been people in the past, or people that say that they are of faith, and they say like, oh, well, heavy metal's the devil's music, or
Right.
this music is bad or whatever, and it's not bad at all. So that's what we're here to kind of like not change their mind, but to hopefully convince them that it's not bad. Heavy metal comes from God. God created music. God created everything. So we're here to like kind of take it back and give it that way. But all that to say, we tell them that we love them. We share the love of Jesus through the heavy metal music, and we hopefully plant the seed with the message of faith and hope.
Right.
And when it comes to the Christian crowd, our Christian fan base, they're usually already believers. 9 times out of 10, they're already believers. So what we do in that case is we just encourage and we water the seeds that have already been planted.
Sure.
So that's how we like to view it, is like with the secular crowd, we plant the seeds, and with the Christian crowd, we just continue encouraging and watering those seeds that have already been planted. And I think that's what draws people to the band.
Yeah. And like we've stated, growing up, everybody thought Slayer and all the other hard rock bands were devil worshippers.
Right,
And it's
right.
like, come on, and in some of the Christian crowds, they're like, can we put subtitles, so we can see what you're saying?
Sure,
But
sure.
they love the heaviness of the music.
So the brutality in the music itself is the medium.
Yes.
Correct.
It's the medium to deliver the message of who you are. And, I know that you guys, like I mentioned when I first started this interview, I said, that you guys have been highly acclaimed. Didn't you guys get like fucking Artist of the Year last year on Solid Rock Radio or something like that?
We're nominated.
Yeah, that
Nominated
one we
to
were
be-
nominated for.
Yeah, but that's great. I
Yeah.
mean, just to be nominated.
Just to be nominated.
is-
We didn't even know.
It was
We weren't
blue.
expecting that. We just got on social media one day and it was like, oh, you're being nominated for Artist of the Year. We were like,
Wow.
really? Like, wow.
That's pretty cool. And with the recordings that you've done in the past and the work that you've done, to already have garnished that kind of respect, I think goes a long way. And now with your brand new record, which I think now is a perfect time to segue into your brand
All
new
right.
record, which is why we're here this evening.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's go.
And before we start talking about it, let me share it with all the people out there. Everyone around the world, go ahead and take a look at the brand new artwork for Refined by the Flames. The record will drop on March 14th of this year. Be sure to look for it after you watch this interview. Out on Resurrection Records / Rocks Records. So excited for you guys because it seems like this is a next stage for Becoming Sons.
Oh, definitely. For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, definitely because of the brand new lineup of the band, and
Okay.
which consists of it's me on guitar and clean vocals.
Yeah.
And then we got Brian holding down the bass. We got Roger holding down the drums. And then our other 2 members are Justin Barrera. He is the rhythm / lead guitarist
Okay.
for Becoming Sons. And our amazing screamer, talented screamer and growler, Chad Perkins.
Chad Perkins.
Chad's the man.
He's a big man too.
Chad is the one that brings the heavy
Really? Yeah.
to Becoming Sons.
He's definitely growling and he's a big presence on stage. I can see when I went to the I saw you guys play at Fitz, but when I was there at the West Creek show when y'all did the co-headline with West Creek, I was there and Chad is a presence and all your fans were there. It was a big crowd and people were definitely into it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I think this lineup is the real deal. Yeah. And as some of the transitions that you guys have gone through in the past, and you guys seem to be kind of like the leaders in the band. Keep this lineup together, man. Keep it together. I know sometimes it's hard because schedules and life and family and all work and all the other shit that comes into play. But I'm so happy because I remember when Marcus sent me the record. He says, Rob, check out the record, and I know because of what you guys shared downstairs. You guys know about Rob's. Have known about Rob's for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And trust me, man, trust me. I want to support everybody, but I want to support good bands. I want to support bands who are ready to be on Rob's and to be shared. And when I heard this record, when I heard Refined by the Flames, I was like, oh man, these guys are fucking ready now. You know, they're at that level awesome. Now. They have refined their band and what they're doing and in the message. And to me, you know, I support all kinds of bands, whether you're a Christian band, black metal band, thrash band. I love it all. And I've always loved it all as long as the music speaks to me. And when I heard this record, so many tracks speak to me. Like I love Dead Church. I love Hidden Truth, you know. So I was like, yeah, man, I want to talk about this record. So let's talk about it.
All right.
And because I think that you are a Christian band, a faith-based band, a faith-based metal band, like I said. Or what is it called? Metal Praise Corps?
Yeah.
What
Metal Praise Corps.
Hell? Who came up with that? Who came up with that? Did you come up with that?
Just metal songs about praise. And
Metal Praise Corps, JB.
Mix the metal and the hardcore. Metal Praise Corps. There it is. Plain and simple.
I love it. I love it. So, like I was saying, because you guys are this faith-based band, I always kind of have felt that lyrical themes are really at the forefront, right?
Absolutely.
The message is at the forefront. The vision is at the forefront. So, first of all, what is Refined by Flames? What does the title mean? If you had to put it into just layman's terms.
Basically, it comes out of Isaiah 48:10, where in the chapter it's saying, like, behold, I have refined you, but not as silver. I have refined you in the furnace of affliction. And so if you're going through anything and you strengthen your core, you know, that's basically where it came from.
The affliction refines you as a person, makes you stronger?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sword is always made stronger by as many times as they heat it. And the pressure and they hammer it makes the metal stronger. So I just thought it was appropriate.
Wow, I'm glad.
A little deep, but you know.
I'm glad she stepped out of the room because I've been through a lot of affliction with her.
And it's also a reflection of where the band has been, because not too many people know is that Becoming Sons almost wasn't a band anymore. There was a period of time where some of the members left, and it was literally, I think it was just you and Brian. And there was really no, I don't know if you want to like talk more about that.
Yeah, it was just our original vocalist, or our other vocalist, Roger Garza. He left due to family things, you know. And we all know that being in a band doesn't make a lot of money, and so he had a family support. So he stepped away from that world to go into the world of, you know, making money for his family. Return on investment, I guess. Funny thing is, we still had some commitments to do. We had some festivals to do.
Right.
One of them was in Oklahoma. It was a KOUJ Fest. We referred to that show as playing on the surface of the sun because I think that's the hottest we've ever. I mean, it was scorching. But anyway, in the middle of summer. But that's another.
The name
story.
of the festival was Surf.
No. That's what we.
Like, well, how appropriate.
No, we refer to it as that because it was just so
scorching
hot.
in the sun.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
It was
Norman, Oklahoma.
Oh my God, I've been to Oklahoma before.
But what was so funny, I remember that we were burning up, and we actually had the police called on us. So we were cranking out the tunes. It was great.
Had no AC.
Yep.
And we cooked on the.
You guys are suffering for your love of fucking the band. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. I mean, I think that's so cool, you know. And Roger, not that I need to dig so deep into your life or in the band's lives, but it seems like a lot of the context of where you get your lyrical themes is from the Bible, which which is appropriate.
Yeah.
Right?
There's nothing really, it's pretty straightforward. My secret is actually like just sermons that I hear
Yeah.
or just studies.
Yeah.
And that kind of facilitates the lyrics of a song.
Yeah.
And it's something to expand upon.
Would you say that and this is just a question that I'm curious about, because my mom is a diehard Catholic. My mom would just call me, and I grew up Catholic, but of course, we've seen a lot of diversification in religion. So like there's like these various non-denominational sectors of religion. Is that where you would say that you fall in a non-denominational
Yes.
kind of umbrella?
Right.
Yeah.
When we're playing, and we're out.
Yeah.
We say this is our church.
Yeah.
With everybody that's around us and who we're playing with and playing for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that's where I wanted to know, because, there's so many, there's the diehard Catholics in our city and stuff like that. Would you say that the holistical lyrical themes of Refined by Flames, which I've heard is called your musical manifesto, and when I hear the word manifesto, I'm like, oh yeah, there is a message here. There's a proclamation here. Is that proclamation more for doubters or for people who believe?
I think it's for both.
Yeah, I think it crosses over.
Yeah.
Because we always, even you've heard "Refined by the Flames," the title
Sure.
track. Like even that, we believe can actually cross over into, because of course we're going to have the audience on the Christian internet radio, but playing to a wider audience is basically the goal, because that's
For sure.
spreading the gospel. So.
For sure. And I think you guys are really good at that. Like I kind of feel, I mean, I'm not an insider, but in the secular world, but I kind of feel like Becoming Sons is this is where we started, but we're broadening our base more. And I honestly feel that you being on Rob's is going to help you do that too.
Oh,
There's going to be a
thank
lot
you.
of people who may not be
Greatly appreciate
like
you.
into the secular thing, but are just going to say like, oh, let me jam this stuff, and it like, oh yeah, fucking Hidden Truth's a killer track.
Yeah.
I fucking love it,
Yeah.
And I think now more than ever, whether you're Christian or not, people need positivity and uplifting in their life,
Absolutely.
right?
100%.
Man, there's so
Especially
many-
in these times we're living in right now.
Tell me about it, bro.
Everybody's angry about something.
Yeah. Or there's a debate about something, or there's a lot of divisiveness, I guess is the word. There's a lot of divide.
I always tell people, like I tell my crew, I tell my chick, I said, don't harbor hatred or jealousy or resentment in your life, because that's, if you harbor those feelings, it manifests itself
Oh,
into
yes.
your body, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And, I want to keep on drinking vodka till I'm 60.
You got a long way.
Yeah.
You got a long way. You got a
You got a
long
long
way.
ways to go.
That's why I stay positive. Woo, I love it. And, I turned 55 last year and I feel good.
Woo.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I don't feel like an old man, even though I'm kind of an old man. Right?
Going back to the message,
Yeah.
like I said, like when we play live, we don't really try to come across as preachy.
Right.
We tell people like our lives are not perfect.
Right.
We are not perfect people just because we're Christians or we have the Christian tag. If anything, we need Jesus just as much as, we're hopefully, letting everybody know that their life would be better with Jesus. And because of that, we don't have to say it. We just sing about it. It's already there. The message is already in the music. So it's like, it's already a Bible study.
Sure.
So for somebody that doesn't want to like pick up a Bible or is not going to watch a sermon, but loves heavy metal, they can get that Bible study in a 3 or 4 minute song. And whether they know it or not, they've just heard the gospel and received it. And hopefully we pray and hope that it changes their life or perspective or brings positivity into their life.
I always kind of believe that people's, whether it's a religious intention or whether, just in their own belief systems, that, you have to try to be positive, right? Be positive. Okay. Were all these songs, you guys had 8 songs on Refined by the Flames, 8-song EP with the intro. Were all these kind of new songs? I mean, we know that we had Awakened and Dead Church were previously recorded, but the rest of the songs, were they kind of new songs, or were these kind of songs that were refurbished or brought back?
No, so these songs were all written just fresh, and honestly, they kind of came together themselves because we all get together at Brian's studio, where we work on pre-production or like demos. We work on demos, start the pre-production at Brian's. That way, when we go in to record the actual song, everybody knows exactly what they're doing, and we're not having a second guess of like, oh, like, are we going to change this? Are we going to change that? It happens like that every once in a while, but other than that, we get the songs ready at Brian's house, and let's say we're making a plan to, like, let's say for example, Hidden Truth, the latest single that we just released for the EP. We went in and we were supposed to work on an entirely different song. That song was nowhere.
What?
That song was nowhere on our radar or nothing. And we were setting up. We're just messing around. Like, Mark, play your guitar, make sure I'm getting signal. Or Roger, play the drums, make sure I'm getting signal, because he plays the E-kit during the pre-production. And so we're just sitting there messing around, and then boom, it's like the riffs they just come to us, and we feel that that's the Holy Spirit just guiding us, just saying like, hey,
I was about
like,
to
boom.
ask you that. That was my next question. I was about to say that.
Yeah, that is it. All of our new songs and new music, or all of our music in general has always been Holy Spirit led, but even more so now.
That's cool,
because
man.
of all the members being on the same page. Spiritually, being on the same page musically and lyrically, like on everything.
Do you guys ever like pray together?
All the time.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
All the time.
Even on stage, right?
Yeah, even on stage, right in front of everybody, before we go on.
Let me tell you another quick story. We were talking about Brian Head Welch and Love and Death and all that. I interviewed Love and Death. I can't even remember when it was. 20 something. Many years ago. Man. They played a show, and the location was in Helotes, or no, in Hondo. It was outside of San Antonio. And I remember we got the chance to interview him, and we interviewed him. And I remember during that time I was going through my divorce, and I was going through a lot of tribulation in my life. And I would kind of try to remedy my problems by, just occupying my mind with my work and Rob's MetalWorks, and of course alcohol and everything. And I remember we had done the interview. We did the interview. It was Brian Head Welch and his guitar player. And then after the interview, I said, Brian, can you come over here for a second? I talk to you. And he was like, yeah, man. Yeah. He came over, and I said to him, I said, dude, can you say a prayer over me? Because I'm going through some hard times. And he did. He fucking prayed over me, bro.
Man, that's awesome.
I've never told that story to anybody. I mean, I've never told that story on camera for sure. It's a true story, bro. We went into a room, a private room where there was a lot of people backstage, and we went to a private room, me and him, and he prayed over me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
awesome.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember when I left there that night, I felt uplifted. I felt good. I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. And I made it through those hard times, bro. This wonderful house that we're in right now, I almost lost my house because of, a lot of troubles, financial issues I was dealing with and stuff. And, I made it through, bro. I made it through. That's awesome. Yeah, man. So, people like Brian Head Welch, and there's so many other bands in our city, like that we've talked about downstairs. Like we talked about Chris Mora and Darkness Divided. We talked about Jerry and Cannibalistic. Saving Jackie.
Yeah, Saving Jackie.
I'm really tight with Saving Jackie.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the dudes from the Valley Bloodlines?
Yes.
Yeah, those dudes.
We played with myself.
Yeah, those dudes. I saw them play. My boys and I saw them play at the Vibes Underground. They were cool. I thought I had never even heard about them, and then we saw them, and they were like, yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many bands that are Christian faith bands that are just coming out and kicking ass, bro.
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
you guys are right there with
100%.
them, man.
Thank you.
Man, that means a lot.
And
You
there's
guys-
a big scene here in San Antonio
Yeah.
that not too many people know about. It's like there's so many Christian heavy metal bands coming out of San Antonio, but it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't get advertised, I guess because of the Christian tag. But I could name a bunch of bands like Relent.
For sure.
Relent
For sure.
is
Relent,
one of them.
Miggy and Relent. I'm
Stonewall,
remiss not to
there's
mention
a band
them.
called Stonewall Static. They're
Really?
really amazing. Epigon is one of them. Beautiful Defects is another one. Let me see who else. There's so many, especially around Texas. Reborn is really, really great. Or
Wow,
Cannibalistic.
Reborn.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands coming out from
Do you
specifically
guys know
San Antonio.
Damien Omen?
Yeah, yes.
He's Christian, right?
Mhm.
He had Refugee, and then
Yeah.
he had a badass band back in the day. What were they called?
You're talking about Man of Sorrow?
Man of
Oh,
Sorrows.
Man of Sorrows.
Fuck yeah, Man of Sorrows is killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Damien Omen is one of those people. So yeah, there's a lot of people who've kind of embraced that, and I'm so I've supported a lot of these bands. Okay, let's move on. We've already talked about Fernando Limas and that he mixed and engineered and recorded this record.
Amazing.
What do you feel when you're looking back on that experience? What do you feel he helped the band out with the most?
I will say on the song Dead Church, when we were recording that, there was a part where the solos and it was just going to go straight into the chorus.
Right?
It came in it came in where the drums were at. He's like, "Hey, I'll tell you what if you just pause? Just pause."
Yeah, yeah.
When the chorus comes in just by, I guess, the guitar and just the vocals.
Right.
Dude, it changed like the whole feeling of the song. And like when I encompass songwriting, it's like, to me, that's feeling is important, because you want to set the mood for the person that's listening, and you want
Right.
that flow. And that was the coolest
Killer.
thing.
And he's the first
Killer.
person that automatically gets the first listen of the song. Like, so we get automatically an outsider's
For
point
sure.
of view. And so he was saying, like, he's like, that was the turning point, I think, in our relationship with continuing to work with him, is because he's gotten bands before that go in and he'll make a suggestion and they're just like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Nah, I don't want to do that, or whatever.
You know what? Those are the fucking stupid bands. Those are the stupid guys, because this is the thing too. It's like, if you're a musician and you record, I understand you wrote it. It's your art. I get it. Okay. But the reason you hire a producer or an engineer is to get that third party perspective. Because what happens is, because it's your art, you're prideful, right? It's my art. Don't fuck with it. You're prideful.
Yep.
Yeah, don't fuck with it. And then secondly, it's like, you don't want to be acceptable of other people's opinions on it. And you become yourself, because it's your art, you become too close to the painting so that you cannot see beyond. Right. So yeah, man. I mean,
I'll add a little bit of elaboration.
I'm glad that you guys
to
are
it.
open-minded like
Oh,
that.
yeah. One of the things too is we got Roger, who's a drummer. We got Marcus. He won't tell you, but he's actually a drummer at heart.
Really?
So if you listen to all the tunes, they are really heavy drum based, and the beats are really very percussive. And with Fernando being a drummer himself, you can really feel the drive in the songs and the beat. Yeah. So I'm outnumbered over here. So us bass player, we just get to, yeah. It's like, hey. And it's like, you want me to play what? But that's how I feel Fernando really kind of hits home with us, because of how we are such a percussive based unit.
Right. And he's a drummer.
And he's a drummer.
And he's a drummer.
And he's a drummer.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a drummer trying to play
Yeah.
guitar.
And he's a drummer playing guitar.
So I approach guitar playing differently than some guitar players, because I'm coming from a drummer background. So I can hear a riff or write a riff, and it's like I'm playing drums on the strings. Like the top string is the kick drum.
Right.
The second string is the snare, and then like me and him being drummers, it's like you're getting 3 drummers input on the song almost. It's like 3 drummers are writing the track almost, and then he plays guitar and he also plays guitar.
Yeah.
So we got 3 guitarists working on the stuff. You got 3 drummers working on it, and then between me, Roger, and Chad, we pretty much handled the lyrical aspect of it. Of just like, you know, like he was saying, like if he gets a Bible study and he's like, hey, I feel really like this Bible verse spoke to my heart, I want to write a song about it, and then boom, everything just comes together. And I feel like you don't just get a drum track, you don't just get very basic things. I feel like you get a whole, it's a big collaboration.
Yeah.
Right.
But another thing too,
And it drives the songs.
with Dead Church, it's in a 3/4 time. So with it being heavy and being that beat, it is like fast to keep everything together.
Yeah, I like that song.
It's a lot of fun.
Hidden Truth became the first single. It was just released like a few days ago, like last week.
About 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
I shared the visualizer video today. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Dave Cruz.
Yes. Thank you, Dave.
Why did y'all choose Hidden Truth amongst all the songs? What was it about that track?
So when we turned in the EP to the head of the label, who is Aaron Michaels, which you should go check out his music. It's amazing.
We're going to talk about Resurrection in a bit.
Yes. And he asked, after he heard the record, he was like, man, this is really, really cool. I truly believe this is your best stuff. And he's like, I know, because at first we didn't really want to, because it's an EP and there's only so many songs on it, we didn't, and because they already know Awaken and Dead Church, we didn't want to put any spoilers.
Right.
We were like, we kind of don't want to release a single because technically 2 of them are already out that we're including on the record, but they're being remastered. So he's like, well, you know what? He's like, why don't we just do just one more single? And he's like, just talk with the guys and kind of give me what your final thought is on a single. So I could immediately talk to the guys and I'm like, look, we got to pick a song. They're asking for a single, and we're kind of like, you know, going through the songs. Like one of the songs is Overcomer. We're like, that one's kind of like that's a song that we set the songs up in the way that they're supposed to go. Like that's the intro to the song. That's the introduction of the whole record. So we can't put that as the single. And then we just went down the list and we were like going over why each one, which one would, to kind of like, we broke it down to figure out that Hidden Truth was like, it's the shortest song that we have on the release. It has no guitar solo. It's straightforward driving heavy metal. And I think it would be perfect for radio play. Why don't we go with Hidden Truth? And it's kind of in the middle of the record. And all the guys agreed, and we turned that one in.
Yeah.
And that's how we chose that song as the single.
All right. Yeah. I mean, amazing song. I love that song. That's one of my favorites. We've talked about Resurrection Records here earlier. How did you guys get aligned with Resurrection Records? I know you were telling me a little bit downstairs, but for all the people out there, how did that relationship happen? Because it seems like they or the head guy at that label really kind of believed in Becoming Sons.
So a few years ago, we actually went out on the road on a Great Awakening tour. That's what we called it, with our friends in Filthy Rags. That's another great Christian band. We go start this tour, and the very first stop is in Norman, Oklahoma, for our friends at a radio station called KOUJ. And every single year they do an annual festival called the KOUJ Block Party. And that's where we always get invited back. We don't play every year, but we get invited back often. And this one particular year when we were playing, Aaron Michaels happened to be on the show, on the festival. And that was our introduction to each other. Like, I think it was his introduction to Becoming Sons.
Sure.
It was our introduction to him. And we saw his performance, loved it. He saw our performance, he loved our performance. And then I believe after the show was over, Roger had a conversation with Aaron, because Aaron came up to Roger and basically said, hey, I haven't announced it yet. I haven't really said anything. It's just kind of like all in the works behind the scenes, but I'm thinking of starting a record label. And after like seeing what I saw tonight, I would really love to have you guys on the label.
For sure.
And that's how we got introduced to Aaron Michaels and Resurrection Records.
That's how I tell all these fucking young cats that walk through my door. I said, it's all about relationships, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Roger? It's all about relationships. So if Roger had never built that relationship with him, who knows? You guys might have never got a deal. Now this guy, Aaron Michaels, is putting together his label, and you guys are one of the first bands signed to his label.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to know all the intimate details of what he's doing for you, but that's wonderful that you met someone who obviously has money to back his shit up and say, I want to sign you guys. You guys are wonderful.
Yep.
He believes in you as an artist himself.
Yes.
Yes, as an artist himself.
And he understands the mission. So
Of course. He understands the vision, the mission. I also recently, just because I follow you on social media, and all you people out there should too. So look for Becoming Sons on Facebook and Instagram. That you guys also became affiliated or also subsidized with Rocks Records.
yes.
Explain to me that relationship, because I remember through our communications, Marcus, you told me, we're involved with Rocks now. So how does Resurrection and Rocks and the band how is this relationship working?
All right. So basically with Resurrection,
But it's all good though.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
It's
No,
all good.
absolutely no issues
Exactly.
at all. Just to put
More
that out there.
more fucking backing to power it up.
Yeah, more backing power. It's a great partnership. Honestly, with Resurrection, they kind of handle more the radio play and the streaming and the digital aspect of a release.
For sure.
And so one day I was just kind of thinking like, well, we're gonna have to have physical copies of this EP. Like we feel really, really strong in it that it should get that treatment. And so when I had a personal meeting with Aaron, I just asked him like, hey, is there anybody that you would recommend that we work with for physical distribution?
Right.
And he threw out some names, but the one that he kept coming back to was Rocks Records.
And where are they from?
I'm not entirely sure. I want to say California.
Yeah.
I want to say California. And he threw their name out, and he gave me the guy's name, Bill Rocks. He's an amazing guy. And I sent him an email, and I just said, hey, like we just finished a brand new EP, a brand new release. I would like to submit this, send you like a early advanced promo copy so you can hear it. And if you're interested, we're looking for somebody to pick up the record for physical distribution. So that like worldwide. So everybody can order it for the ones that still buy physical, because I know there's a lot of people that would prefer streaming.
I'm one of those people.
I'm
one of those people. So
which is,
I don't know if you guys remember downstairs when I say, "Oh shit, you guys have fucking hard copies of Awakened." I got all wet and shit. I was like, "Yeah, this is great. I love hard copy."
Yeah,
I mean, you see all my CDs and shit.
Yeah,
fucking armoire, there's full of CDs, bro. I love hard copy.
Yep.
I'm old school, and there's something about having something tangible, because you never know, bro. Your computer could crash.
Yeah.
Your fucking, the
apps
Chinese
could be wiped
attack
out.
our internet. World War III could happen. And then what are you gonna do? That's why I keep all my DVDs, because the fucking Chinese are gonna fuck up my.
It's good to have physical media.
It's true.
So we encourage y'all to get
now. Wait till the war starts. That's great, man. I'm so happy that they helped you connect with Rocks, and if they can get copies out to people, I'm assuming CD copies.
Yes.
Is vinyl something that you're interested in?
Yes, so they do offer vinyl. I think
man,
right now
I would want a vinyl to fucking refine.
Yeah, me too. I'm a
vinyl
vinyl lover.
My vinyl downstairs.
Yes.
I have a record player and vinyl. And sometimes like I just sit there and I just play my vinyl, bro. I just love it. Yeah, I'm old school.
And the good thing about it is you don't have to skip. You just drop the needle, and you just let it do its thing. Like you don't got to get up, you don't got to skip songs, change it.
Yeah, I just let it roll, man. I'm old school.
I want to do it, Marcus. That's what we do on tour. We gotta visit record shops all the time.
Yeah, I'm always like, where's the nearest record shop? I can't do life without music. Like if I'm cleaning, there's got to be music. If I'm taking a shower, there's got to be music. I have to constantly be surrounded by it.
I also know, and just because I follow you guys on social media, that there's also a brand new kind of opportunity that you guys have taken advantage of in contributing to the 40th anniversary of To Hell with the Devil from Striper.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second. Because, Striper is really a significant band, not only in secular circles, but in heavy metal circles. Okay. Now, that record came out in 1986. And I remember, again, I'll say, like, I kind of chuckled when Marcus said, "Do you ever heard of Striper?"
I know.
like,
I sent him
"Come
a
on,
voice
dude."
memo like, "Hey, do you know Striper?"
I'm like, "Yeah, bro." And believe it or not, let me share a little story with you. I don't know if you know this or not. There's a band called Semper Acerbius. You ever heard of them?
Yes.
Okay. Their singer, Nelson,
Yeah.
is their stage manager. Is Striper's a stage manager,
Yep.
right? So in 24, Striper came, and I told Nelson, I said, give me the name of the fucking management. I'm gonna see if I can set up an interview with Michael Sweet. And then Nelson said, "Well, the management is Michael's wife."
Lisa, I think.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know. I don't remember. And I was like, "Okay, well, send me the fucking info." And I requested an interview with Michael Sweet, and they never responded. But they did respond and said, "Okay, we'll give you photo passes." And I sent JB out there, and JB took photos. And took wonderful photos. You should go onto our page and check them out. Wonderful photos of Striper. I recently heard that they're coming back this summer.
Yes.
They're going to be here in July.
July 19th at the Aztec Theater.
Yeah, they're coming back in July. And I'm going to hit Lisa up again. So maybe we'll get Michael Sweet on the show.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be amazing,
sweet.
Right? That would be sweet.
Yeah.
We're going to get Striper back on the show. So you guys are contributing a song to the 40th anniversary of this release, this kind of dedicated release to Hell with the Devil. And the song that you guys are covering is Calling on You.
Yep.
And Marcus, you already sent me the song. I've listened to it. And I'm like, wow. Like, first of all, let me just say this. To copy Michael's sweet vocals is like hard, bro. Like, I don't know how you pulled it off.
It was tough. It took a few passes at it.
So Chad is not on it, right? Or
Yes, he is. Yeah.
a little bit, right?
Yeah, he's screaming in the background.
But you have the main vocal.
Yeah, well, that was our thing going into it. We were like, well, it was kind of tough. I guess I'll go ahead and just talk about it because it's leading up to this. What I'm going to say is that we were not supposed to be involved with this project at all. And what happened was our band label mates were chosen to do the song.
Label mates at Resurrection.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Label mates at Resurrection.
Yeah.
They were given the opportunity to do the song, Calling on You.
Right.
And at the last minute, they had to drop out of the project because it was already interfering with the recording of their release.
Okay.
And so Bill Rocks is kind of like, oh man, like I need to get a band, but I don't want to just get any band. I need to get a band that's affiliated with Rocks Records.
Right.
And even though we're not exclusively signed.
Of course, it has to be one of the most popular songs that Striper has.
That is one of the most popular songs.
It's one of them.
Calling on You was a huge single.
Yep, on MTV back in the day.
Yeah.
And so he said, I just checked my Gmail one day and it just said Striper. And I was like, I'm a huge Striper fan. Striper is one of my favorite bands. I'm a Striper freak.
Really?
Right? So I'm like, I see it and I'm like, Striper. I'm like, what's that about? And I click on it and he basically said, hey, like I had this band, which I later found out was a label mate band. And they were not able to do it. And I need somebody to cover this song like right away. And I need it like as soon as you can possibly get.
So did you
the
call
track.
Lemus right away?
So this track we didn't actually work with Fernando on this one.
Okay.
This one we did it at Kelia Audio here in San Antonio with Brandon Gutierrez. Which is my best friend and best bro.
Okay.
And I just told him like, hey dude,
Sounds
like,
great, bro.
I was like, we need this song done like as fast. And I know you're probably already scheduled for other artists or whatever. I like, but you gotta fit us in. He was like, nah, dude, I got you, no problem. He's like, if it's for Striper, he's like, we're gonna do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we put the arrangement together. But the thing is everyone else got to pick their songs. We didn't get to pick our song. It was just like,
and you guys got the best song.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, this is the song you're gonna do. And I was like,
the best
yes.
fucking song.
I was like, I'm happy about it, and at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, but we're so
wow.
I'm like, we're heavy. Yeah,
wow.
Was it 3 weeks?
It was about 3 weeks.
I wonder if Michael
it done.
Sweet knows about this record.
Oh man,
he has to know about this record.
He has to. I think so.
He has to know about this record.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, then he will.
Well, when I
sure.
interview him this summer,
yes,
I'll tell him about it. I'll bring it up for sure. But that's so cool. The artwork was cool too that you sent me for the record, and then for the single. I'll be sure to share that with all these people out there. So go ahead and check it out, everybody. Do you know when that's gonna drop?
That is supposed to drop. So our single for it, they want us to release it as a single first. And I believe that one is scheduled for April 3rd.
April 3rd.
April 3rd.
All right.
Our cover of Calling on You comes out.
Calling on You. I remember when I was listening to it, I was like, oh shit, let's see if fucking, Marcus can pull it off.
I know, it's tough.
Because Michael Sweet's a great singer, bro.
Yeah, he can hang with Rob Halford.
He can sing high.
Yeah.
He has a great range. So, yeah. I really hope, I'm going to pray. You guys pray for me too. That he gives me an interview this summer.
I hope so, yeah.
I've never interviewed Striper, and I'd love to interview him. Even with Nelson's, like, hey, this is Rob MetalWorks.
Yeah.
He's like, they still, his wife still didn't give it to me, but hope maybe this summer it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk. I want to move on. Let's talk about shows now.
All right.
Like I shared with you earlier, I saw you guys play at Fitz with West Creek. The show was packed. I saw you guys. I was there at Fitz again for the Resurrection Fest. And I was there for a little bit, and I hung out with my buddy Jerry from Cannibalistic.
Yeah.
And you know why I didn't stay? You know why I didn't stay for the whole night? Because there was nowhere to sit down. The tables were reserved.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Told us we got connection.
I just what the fuck? I'm gonna stand for 4 hours here? I'm like, nah, man. I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I know. I know it's a ploy to make money and stuff, but I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I would say if you have free seating for everybody, more people are gonna come.
Come and hang out. We'll put you up right on the screen.
Right. Yeah. So, what's the plan now? The record's gonna drop. In about less than a month. What's the plan? What do you guys want to do to support this record, as far as shows?
So this one, we're going to try to do as many shows as we can. We already have one show booked already we haven't announced it yet, but we'll go ahead and announce it right here on Rob's MetalWorks.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
So the next show is with an amazing band called Ignescent. And they're a female fronted band, and they just released a new single with Clint Lowry from Seven Dust.
Oh yeah.
And so they're climbing up the charts right now with that new single. I believe it's called Chariot of Fire or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be making a stop in San Antonio at Fitzgerald's on April 25th. So and they reached out to us asking if we would open the show, and we were like, of course. Yes, they are also a Christian band, and they're actually signed to the same label as Striper.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. So, they're making a stop in San Antonio, April 25th, and they asked us to open up that show, and we were like, heck yeah, let's do it.
Marcus, do me a favor, send me a copy of that flyer when you get it, just so I can keep it on my radar. I'd love to go out there and check that out.
But that'll be
That's
the
cool,
first
man.
show kicking off this whole
The new support
release.
for the record.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for you guys because I think when this new record comes out, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, Becoming Sons. Yeah, totally fucking a new level.
Yeah.
Legit fucking band. Like, yeah. In both in your circles and outside, And, I hope that this interview will help you guys garnish new people to support what you're doing because, I don't consider myself a Christian guy and I'm not a heathen either. But, I know good music and I know what heavy music that I love and that inspires me, and you guys are part of that. You guys aspire to play outside of Texas?
Yes.
Touring, is that something that's really part of your agenda? Because I know when you say, yeah, we want to tour the East Coast or the West Coast, like, I know we all have families and jobs and stuff. I mean, I don't know if that's realistic for some bands. Is that realistic for you guys or?
I believe it is in seasons to a point.
Yeah.
And I mean, oddly enough, most of our fan base is actually outside of Texas.
Really?
Yeah, oddly enough. So
I could say the same.
we're always getting offers like, oh, can you come play Ohio or can you come play Arkansas or
send me some
East
gas
Coast.
money on PayPal.
Yeah. So we're like, hey, we're not in this to make
Yeah.
money. We're in here to spread the gospel. But
Right.
hey, we drive a bus and that bus takes gas and we need the gas money. So some of them come through, some of them are not able to, and we completely understand because we know it's a lot of money. But yeah, most of our fan base is outside of Texas, and that's where we're mostly, I guess, requested.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
we do play outside of Texas quite a bit and tours. But like you said, it's a lot of planning, a lot of logistics.
Yes.
Because a lot of, like in the old days, they used to jump back and forth on the tours, and we make these big old loops and come back. But everybody talks about half the battle for us is just getting out of South Texas. I mean, it's 7 hours. People that come down here to the play, they have a heart attack because they're like, we can stay in Texas and just tour the East Side, Central.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
But yeah, we love to play in town, but we also play out.
We'd actually love to go out west because this band has not been out west yet. So we would hopefully like to, get some offers to go out that way.
I think you guys should put together, get a couple of other bands that you guys love and are friends with, and put together like a little package and say like, hey, we want to book this package, like us and whoever else.
Mm-hmm.
We love to do it with Bloodlines.
Oh yeah, Bloodlines is great.
With some of their stuff.
JB, you remember them Bloodlines? Remember them when we saw them at Vibes Underground?
Oh, with Darkness,
Remember
right?
them? Remember them? I remember I had never even heard about them, and like the people were fucking going crazy for them.
They're huge.
It was packed.
In the Christian metal scene, they're a very huge band.
Yeah, and they're from the Valley, right?
Their EP, Holiness Cries, it did really well on Billboard.
We played with them
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2 times we've gotten to play with those guys, and they're awesome dudes.
There you go. So
And they're really about it. They're not just like we said earlier. They're not just Christians in a band, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But these guys, they live it. We have relationship with
There
them
you
and
go.
fellowship, and we know that they're the real deal.
There you go. Yeah, that's
So-
what I would do. Like market a package.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. As we get near the end of this interview, I just want to talk also about video. I know you guys have always done video in the history of your band. Do you like doing videos? Do you think videos are still relevant? Or relevant more than ever?
Yeah, I think they're definitely relevant, especially when there's a song you really want to push.
Yeah.
It's always good to premiere your single or whatever you have
Sure.
released have it coincide with a video. It brings personality to the band, and for me, it's a little tough doing the acting thing because I'm not a very good actor. So,
Roger, you could have fooled me.
but
I
Yeah.
saw the
It's-
Awaken video, the 9-minute long Awaken video. Who's the guy that plays the beggar?
Oh, that's our
That's our. He was in the Illuminate video too, Jaren Tui. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But I mean, back to what you're asking. I mean, a lot of times you want to put a face to the music,
Right, right, right.
and you don't get that if you listen to it. So a video,
Sure.
you can kind of put a face to the music, and like Roger's saying, we're not really actors, but you kind of get a sense of who we are and what we look like, because you always want to make that
Sure.
put a face to the music.
And some people are just visual learners,
Right.
I'm an educator, and I know that, some people listen well, and some people just they learn by seeing. Yeah. And so, I mean, but that video is like a commitment. It's like 9 minutes long,
Well, what was so funny is Jay Wilson, our video photographer, he's the old guy who walks by the beggar and slaps the money out of his hand. He goes, I got to have a part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his cameo. And
That would have been me.
He goes, I want to do special effects. And so he goes, let's do like a Michael Jackson short video movie. And we're like, okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
But-
And correct me if I'm wrong. I think that video has been your most successful video with regards to views.
But the funny thing is us carrying a door behind the old industrial building. That's the old spaghetti warehouse, and everybody's looking at us real funny. We're carrying this door by the tracks.
Today I posted your latest video, which was a visualizer for the single Hidden Truth, your first single for Hidden Truth. And I thought that was really cool too, to release. Not only did you release a single, but you said like, we're going to release a video too, so that people who are on YouTube or who like, especially with a secular band, the lyrical content of our video is so important. So I enjoyed that video and I wanted to share it too. So very cool. I'm glad. I hope that you guys continue to do video.
Oh yeah. We've got some
you-
ideas.
Do you guys feel? I mean, we didn't talk about this, and I think we'll end out on this. Is like, social media has just become such an important part of what the music business is about now. No matter where you are in it, and what's your approach been to the social media component of it? I've seen some of y'all's guys' other social media video stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you approach it? What do you think about it? How important is it to what your mission is?
I would say we're finding out how important it is, because we actually used to not be so like upload a lot of videos.
Yeah.
And like we've been talking about that in our private group chat that we have on Facebook, and we talk about it like, what, we need to be more engaging. We need to, like, if we're not playing, we need to be talking with them and doing like guitar tutorials or talking about the song or just doing a hangout live.
Roger, do a drum playthrough.
Do a drum playthrough. Yeah. We'll hit up Fernando.
There you go. Fernando does
video and drums.
Yeah. and correct me if I'm wrong. I know that that's part of his package too, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, Roger. Fucking Fernando does everything.
So we're finding out that it's very important to do that. So we're gonna be incorporating that. We just created I guess you would call like a fan club page. And the cool thing about it is you don't have to pay. We haven't announced it yet, but you won't have to pay anything. It's not like a Patreon or some like service that you donate a certain amount of money to the band and then you get extra content or bonus content. We're just answer 3 questions in this Facebook group page, and it's just simple questions like, where did you hear Becoming Sons? What's your favorite song? And have you seen us before? And if you haven't, let us know where you would like to see us. And if you answer those 3 questions, we'll let you in the group, and it's for free, and you get all the bonus content for no charge. We just want to hang out with you, fellowship with you. So we'll be posting update on that very, very soon. But we want to be more engaging, and I think that's very important to let the fans get to know you.
It is
not just a page that they just follow and like.
For sure. I didn't tell you guys this downstairs when we were talking about, like, I think when Brian said, like, Rob, what do you do? And one of the things I also do and I do this for fun, is I teach at Palo Alto College. And, I always tell my kids, when you, and I incorporate this even in Rob's MetalWorks, it's all about relationships, bro. Like I said,
Oh, yeah.
relationship development, building relationships with people that you work with, and if you can make that connection with them, whether it's through social media or in a classroom setting or whatever, once you make that connection with them, they're going to be with you forever, man. They're going to support you forever. There's bands, and people that I've met in the music industry that, that I trust and that I believe in, and who I know whose hearts are in the right place, and I'll always support those people, no matter what the fuck.
Yeah.
Tommy Victor from Prong, I'll
Oh,
always
yeah.
support him. Mark Tremonti, I'll always support him. Rob Cavastani from Death Angel,
Mhm.
I'll always support these people, man, because I know that what they do is legit and it's from their hearts. They're not. It's not a facade, and you meet sometimes people who are part of the facade, and it's like, okay, let's move on, right? But and sometimes it's disheartening, but what can you do?
And we also have the philosophy. I mean, if you're not appearing, you're disappearing. So you always got to be
For
out
sure,
there,
for
and,
sure.
and you've got to put yourself out.
For sure, and that's the changing nature of the music industry. Is like it didn't used to be like that,
Yeah.
and now it is because of social media, right?
Mhm.
You feel compelled to post, fucking every day, right?
Yeah.
Like I haven't posted something today. I got to post, myself fucking taking a shit or
Yeah.
cooking food or whatever.
Yep.
And that's the thing too. Like I think bands have to be very careful because I think in an effort to maintain that visibility, what they do is they post stupid shit, and it's like you don't have to post stupid shit. If you want to post something, post a drum playthrough, post a guitar playthrough, post video from when we were recording.
Yep.
Don't post yourself cooking waffles in the morning.
Nah.
Yeah. Guys, okay. Thank you so much. I don't even want to know where we're at in this interview. It's been lengthy, and I appreciate everything that you've shared. That's why we came together tonight, because we wanted to discuss it all. JB will clean it all up for us. But as we end out, I always like to give everyone that I interview an opportunity to share their thank yous, their love, their gratitude for anyone in their lives that has helped them along their musical journey. So let's start over here with Brian. Brian, go ahead and
I'm the
do
guinea
that.
pig. Well, first off, I mean, I've got to thank my bandmates. I mean, without my bandmates, we're nothing. Plus, we've always got to thank my lovely wife and all our supporters. I mean, who give us the opportunity and the time to do the things that we love.
For sure.
If we didn't have
For
their
sure.
support and their backing, we wouldn't be sitting here. And
She was like, "You ain't going to practice. Get your ass
That's
home,
it.
motherfucker."
We always laugh at people say, "Hey, you're a rock star." Yeah, follow me a rock star when I'm in the backyard picking up dog poop because my wife's saying,
Exactly.
"Yeah, you get out of there." No, but without the support, and I tell you what, without the love and support that you give the metal world, I mean, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. I mean, we need people like you to put us out
Thank
there
you,
and
sir.
to help us along the road.
Thank you, sir.
And I tell you what, we've got our sponsors too. I got to thank Kurt Mangan Strings who helped
Thank
me.
them all.
Who helped me put all my strings on my instruments, because it is expensive. I mean, equipment's expensive and to maintain. But without my brothers, I mean, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing, and for the love of music, because we've been doing it for so long.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna pass it to Marcus.
Yeah, like he said, families, friends, all supporters, any and all supporters. Definitely thank Jesus, because without this, then none of this is possible. Thanking him for blessing us with the musical talent that he's given us, for us to just be able to really give it right back to him, and all praise, honor, and glory. Every radio station that plays us, thank you so much for giving us a platform to share the message and share music. Shout out to Aaron at Resurrection Records.
Yeah.
We want to shout out Bill Rocks at Rocks Records. Also want to give a shout out to Jen Lamaris from Lamaris Promotions. She's a big help to the Resurrection family. Let me see who else. I want to make sure I'm not leaving out anybody here. Well, I'll pass it to you, Raj. If I remember something, I'll give a shout out.
I think y'all took everything. Oh yeah, the endorsements, XL drumsticks, Soul Tone, cymbals. I mean, everyone you meet in life, you're talking about building relationships. That basically, if you keep those relationships and you foster them, they grow and they grow. That's who you really got to thank along the way. Of course, I would like to thank Christ for changing me at a point when I was in another band and I just made the decision, you know what, guys, I got to quit because I'm doing everything to support my addiction habit, everything to support just things that I shouldn't be involved in, that I should probably be in jail for. And that's what made me turn everything around. Also, like a friend that was at church who said, hey, I play guitar. Well, I play drums. And that's where it all started.
And it's a beautiful thing how destiny just fucking comes into play. You never know. You never know. And that's wonderful. And I want to thank each of you for sharing so much, for being transparent this evening in front of our cameras and for our audience around the world who watch Rob's. I've had a wonderful time with you guys tonight. I was anticipating this interview quite for a while because one, I'd never interviewed you before, and two, because it had already been a little time since we've had a chance to my boys and I to work. So my boys and I, just like you love doing your band, we love doing what we do too. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are wonderful people, good people. I love meeting good people in our music scene. And I want you guys to know that this is just the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
This is our relationship. I'm glad that I've had a chance to meet you face to face. And I hope that we can continue to work together. So, keep me in the loop, keep us in the loop because, I can only continue to talk about you as long as I know what's going on. All right? All right, guys. Thank you so much. Remember, everyone out there, the brand new release coming out on March 14th is Refined by the Flames from Becoming Sons. It's coming at you. You got all the information this evening. Be sure to look for the single. Yeah, that's already out. Remember, you saw Becoming Sons only right here on Rob's MetalWorks.